Okay.
If I should lose signal, I will call back in.
So you're driving?
Oh yeah, let's do it, girlfriend. Whoop, whoop. I got all the cows in the back. They're part of the meeting too in the trailer.
Thank you. Okay, so can I call the meeting to order because time is of the essence. So we have in the room, I'm going to go around the room. This is a friend of mine by the name of Bob. Bob, introduce yourself.
Hello there, how are you?
And then next we have Peggy.
Yes.
Say who you are and how we met.
Yes. I'm Peggy. Is my Peggy. My last name is very long, so let's just go with Peggy. Are you hearing me? And I met Gertrude at an event at the Albuquerque Peace and Justice Center last week, and she told me, please, can you get involved if time permits? So here I am today.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm a health and wellness coach, and I look forward to connecting with women around the globe. And I'm grateful for this forum and look forward to supporting it more. And this is my second time connecting at a meeting, so just grateful to be here and get updated. It seems like there's a lot going on.
Thank you. And we have Daniel. Daniel doesn't know it yet, but he is potentially one of our sponsors for the event. I think you guys have seen me online posting about being a sculptor and how I'm working on a clay to bronze sculpture course. Daniel is my tutor, and we're hoping that we'll have him at the conference. We'll give him a breakout room where people can just go and relax and learn something new while they're here. So Daniel, thank you for coming.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And very short notice too.
Oh no, you all I got.
Hey, hi Jessica.
Hola.
My name is Ada and I am from Mexico and I'm a lot of things, but I'm going to tell you I'm a life and leadership coach and I have a nonprofit for teenagers. And I met Gertrude in a Smart Spider meeting. So I'm excited to be part of this forum.
Awesome. So you two introduce yourselves. Jessica, can you start?
Sure. I'm Jessica Sanchez. I'm an MD who's not practicing medicine. I am a spiritual healer and intuitive, and I also do motivational speaking, different things, and on this lovely advisory committee with many people, and I'm excited to go to the conference in India and here in Albuquerque and Grenada, and it's just been a beautiful venture so far. So anyone needs assistance with, please let me know.
Thank you, and thanks for Skyping in. So whereabouts in Texas are you?
I am north of Wichita Falls, south of Childress. I have
and you're delivering.
I still have a long day ahead of me. I left at 5 this morning.
Awesome. Ginger, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Ginger Jackson, and I met Gertrude actually 2 times in a very short period of time. One was doing through my business, and the other one is through my son. She is a mentor for my son for his final project for capstone for graduation this year. So,
thank you for being here. So Ginger's son is going to be presenting at the conference as well. Amazing young man. Was involved in a horrendous accident a year ago. Has recovered, is walking, he's in high school, finishing high school. He lost one eye, just the most amazing kid. So I really want him to come and inspire the younger people who are coming to the conference, and so they've both registered. So thank you for being here, guys. So I'm going to go to, we're eating pizza, so I'm sorry we can't share with you virtually. But we have you in spirit. I'm just going to go through a quick rundown of what has happened so far, what we've achieved in the last week. So as you all know, we changed focus in terms of getting sponsors. We got really hard to get sponsors at a high price level. And so now what we've done is we are selling tables at $500 for sponsors, and we will give them allocated workshop space where people can come in and they run a workshop for an hour or 2 hours to introduce their businesses, etc. And that changed the whole game. I signed up 8 people last week,
Gertrude, excuse me. I don't know if Ginger can't hear you or if it's just me, but your voice is very low. And I know you're recording this for other people to listen. So that's the only reason I'm making you aware, because I know what you're telling them about, but just in case somebody else who's going to watch this later, so they can make sure to hear the audio. I don't know if Ginger, if you can hear her well or not.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to hear.
Okay, so I'll speak a bit closer to the computer. So basically, I was talking about how we've changed focus in securing sponsors at very short notice. And we are now giving away booth space, to our sponsors at $500 for the 2 days of the conference. They get a 1 hour session or 2 hour session to run a workshop while they're there. And everything has shifted from there on. We've got 8 confirmed tables so far. We can sell 50. So the biggest advantage we have is that we have rooms on site that we're not using for the conference. We are only using 6 rooms for our breakout sessions, but we might as well make use of all of the other rooms. So that's how we're going to be raising the money for sponsorship to make this happen. Number 2, Jessica, thank you for all of the contacts you've given us so far.
My pleasure.
To secure a sponsor for the bags. So we are wanting to give everybody a goodie bag when they arrive. And inside the bag are going to be free gifts. We've been collecting items for people in business. We'll have all of the marketing material from our sponsors. So we have now got 550 bags. And they're being sponsored by one of Jessica's clients, which is Cherokee Ranch. And I met them at the bull sale where I went to Jessica's farm in Berlin. So it's really exciting. Now we've got a space to put all of our marketing material, and we'll print all of our branding. So Mia, welcome. Thank you for coming.
I had a meeting that took a little longer than I thought.
Yeah.
How are you, everybody? Nice to see you. Then I'll see you. I'm sending a
So we've just been joined by one of the most dynamic women I've ever met in Albuquerque. Thank you for coming, Sonia. So we're just basically talking about and catching up on what's happened in the last week. Okay, so I was talking about sponsorship and the shifts towards selling tables at $500. We have 8 sold so far, another possible 2 today. So that's taken off.
Very good.
And you have a possibility of 2 from Ada as well. Another thing that I want to report back is I have printed flyers that we need to start sharing with everyone. And I'm going to email these flyers to all of the committee members so you can print them out and start distributing as well.
Fabulous.
If
I may interject and ask a question in regards to the table before we pass the subject.
Yes.
Are we allowing people to split tables? Like if...
Definitely yes.
Okay, I don't want to turn away money when it's good people, but let's say you and I, for example, were wanting to promote something or ourselves, and we say, well, I can afford $250, you can afford $250, and we do a table for $500 that way. I just want to make sure because I had some inquiries to that, and so therefore I just wanted to verify with the group.
We're happy with that. We'll take the money whichever way it comes. So the question was, can people split a table?
Okay, that's like
and do $250 each, and the answer is yes. So what is I going on to next?
I mean, I don't think it needs to be where 5 people are splitting a table. That gets a little bit convoluted, but I've had kind of where if 2 or 3 people could possibly split a table was the question. I don't know if we want to limit it. So I just wanted to pose that question prior to passing the subject.
I think we can limit it to 3.
Okay.
And they would have to pay for lunches if it's free, an extra lunch. But at the 500, it covers the lunch and teas and coffees for them as well. The next thing is the flyers. Like I said, please, let's start using social media. Email the flyers to your databases, to your contacts, to your friends. Share them out. Take quite a lot to put in restaurants and cafes, libraries. Let's get the word out. If we all do a little something, it'll add up. Now, I emailed you all a list that you need to follow up and start contacting all of the women's groups in New Mexico. And I need to give you your list. Please report back in terms of what you've done, what responses you've had. Once you've emailed the list, follow up with a phone call. Oh, you got some. So please follow up with a phone call. It's not enough just to email. The list that you got has got the contact email, it's got the person's name, it's got a phone number. Follow up, please. Introduce yourself, talk about the forum. Remember to tell people that we're looking for speakers. We're looking for delegates to attend the conference. Remember the price point of $99, bring a friend for $1. And if people are coming to speak, they don't have to pay that. So we want to sponsor them for giving their time.
But they can donate it.
But they can donate it. And also just making people aware that if they donate that $99, they're sponsoring a young person to come to the conference for free. So mention that first.
People don't think we're making $1.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to report back as well is that we have now secured the Canyon Club for the cocktail party. It's signed, sealed, and delivered. They gave us a really good rate. They took off the price for the room. It's working out at $7.60 a person for 250 people. So what we're going to do before we leave is we're going to just walk around this area, take some pictures that we share with everybody, so you know what we're going to be doing for the cocktail party. So it's going to be here. Now, ideas for the cocktail party vary. We've invited a few so-called dignitaries. We're limiting the speaking to 10 minutes, no more. I'm trying to secure a group to come and perform. And I think, Jessica, you mentioned that you might have a group for us.
I am in conversation with them from Jemez Pueblo, and they are going over the details and trying to see if it's something that works for them. I told them the options, because this is what we had discussed before, was either you had mentioned Sunday night or closing ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to talk it over, and the son is going to get in contact with me to work over the details.
That sounds good.
I spoke to somebody today who is with an Aztec dance group that's local, and they charge $300 an hour, but they could be available in the mix somewhere, and I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. That sounds good. We could sponsor that, or we could find a sponsor for that. So let's confirm with your group first, Jessica.
Yes.
Please push and get a yes or a no, and then we can follow up with the backup.
Sounds fabulous.
They had the power this week. That's a good place to actually for groups, for the payment, for everything.
Is this weekend? Yeah. So one suggestion is that we get a booth for the Gathering of Nations. I think that'll be a good place for us to. It's on the 26th of this month, and we'll see if we can get a booth. We can market, promote the event. We can secure more speakers, get donations, etc. So thank you for reminding me. I forgot.
They're
Some of the students
At the booth.
to represent, so people can see what they're giving them too.
So another suggestion is for us to have some of the kids that we potentially want to sponsor be manning the booth and meeting people so that it becomes real, that these are the kids we want to support.
That's a great idea. It's kind of like their in-kind service.
Next week.
It's next week. Yeah, okay.
On the 26th.
I hope you have more booths. I mean, you're lucky.
Yeah, we'll have to cross our fingers and hope we get a booth. Yeah. I also.
They actually will be opening the event on 27th.
Okay, so Peggy said there's a group called the Medicine Drumming Circle. So that you're organizing.
27th.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm before.
Okay.
There's so many events.
So we have a third group that we could potentially connect with in terms of the performers. Thank you.
State Representative Deborah Armstrong is the United Speaker. He is a businesswoman in addition to being
Yeah, we are looking for speakers. Yeah, please, any women forward. We can talk about that. Okay. Yes, with different angles. I had a meeting yesterday with Vanessa Roanhorn, and she was wanting to organize a conference for Native American women this year. Vanessa Roanhorn. And let me do one thing at a time. So Vanessa is going to talk to her group of Native American women and see how we can collaborate with them, have members of their group come and speak at our event, and bring to the table a lot of the Native American women's issues as well.
Great, and I spoke. Or, I'm sorry, I don't know if someone's speaking there. I can't really hear.
No, carry on.
The people that I'm speaking to in Hemis, I have made them aware of it. If anyone they have that can come be speakers, men or women, towards anything, and tell them about the program list. Also, Ada probably knows her. Stacy Ivy. Wait, is her last name Ivy? She was in the Spider group. She's written a book, and I had made her aware of it. But she works for Laguna Pueblo, so she's trying to get the word out through Laguna. And then another woman that I speak to, she does healing with horses. I've given her the information, and she used to work with the behavioral. I forget which Pueblo now that I'm driving. She worked there with behavioral and issues, and she thinks that the gentleman who's in charge of it, the director, it'd be something that he'd want to get involved with, especially with some of the topics we are speaking to and about. So we're getting the word out, and that's the great thing. And I think the Gathering of Nations is a great idea. Should it be something that's in our price range where we can get done?
Jessica, does she have any leads on who helps women, especially startup farms? Are there any farming programs that help out with the girls?
One of the contacts, so the question was, do you have any contacts with people who help women start up rural projects? I know that Dean of Agriculture.
Yeah, I do with NMDA, New Mexico Department of Ag, and the Dean of Agriculture. Let me tap that resource and see if I can find more specific. If you'll email me on that one, please, since obviously I'm not taking notes today. Okay. So if you could remind me of that one, I would greatly appreciate that. And I will get in with that. And then I also think that I have another friend. He works in Washington, D.C. with many of the different tribes and pueblos. and he is Native himself. So I am going to talk to him as well. He popped back into my head the other day. So I'm going to speak to him and see if this might be something. And he may have a lot of resources that we can access within the state and nationwide.
Okay, thanks. The other Native American group I've connected with is the Office of Self-Reliance. And they're really already on board to participate, put forward speakers as well. So is there anything else that might have come up for you guys?
She works with the government, Ms. Lara, to look and see if she can sponsor a friend.
So Jessica and Ginger, is there anything else you guys might want to add?
Just as many people as you have on all of your email lists, you might not think they will be interested in speaking, but they might know someone who is. But it's not just about speakers, it's about getting people to attend the conference right now, because the most amount of people we have are speakers right now. And so we want to get the word out there to everyone about this conference so it is a success. And so any email listservs that anyone does have that through your own business that you think it might be worthwhile, please pass it on. Facebook media, if you have any ads that you're creating that are like template ads that all the rest of us can utilize and just write something, pass it around to the group. And sorry, ignoring that. So those are some of the main things. I know that there's the list to do and we need to get on it, of people to contact. And then other than that, I think there was something else I had to say, but I can't remember now that I'm thinking. But Ginger might have something, and then I can jump back in.
You know, I want to go back, if I can, to Jessica's point. Actually, I think we need to bring up the speakers in order to fill the table. People need to be excited about buying a $500 table. So you have to be.
What did she say?
Okay, so the point was that we need to bring up our numbers of speakers. People are coming to listen to speakers, and on that note, I need you guys to sign up.
I don't know why I am so overwhelmed.
Just email me your bio and your photo, I'll do it for you. All of the committee members need to be on the website right now. There's about 10 or 15 of you who haven't signed up yet.
Well, and I have people that, as I send this out, they are looking to see how many people are coming as speakers, and they're seeing a lot of blank spots. So you make a valid point that they're coming to listen to speakers, but it's like a twofold thing. If they don't see many speakers, they're not going to come. If we don't get the word out, they're not going to come. So, you know,
No, I understand that. I see your point. Do we have an idea of who we want as a major?
We're still looking. We still need a major keynote speaker to open the event. Although, this is one of the things I haven't reported back. Monique Jacobson has agreed to come for the opening plenary session. And she is the Cabinet Minister for Child, Youth, and Family. So she's going to be in the opening plenary session, probably 10, 15 minutes. But we still need a big name. Get the bums on seats.
What's her name from Huffington Post? Your boss?
I've reached out to her. She hasn't responded. She hasn't said no. Yeah, she hasn't said no. So I'm still trying to chase that. I know. Ariana Huffington. So the other thing with regards to our social media campaign, we have not done any social media marketing up to this point, and we're starting this week. Now, I emailed everybody the logo for the conference, and I emailed you an example of how to use it on your Facebook walls to make this thing go viral. Our hashtag is hashtag WEFNM for New Mexico, Women's Economic Forum, New Mexico. Please use the hashtag with all of your postings. Use the logo, put your picture, and say, I'm excited to be a speaker at the Women's Economic Forum. It's happening on these dates. If you're interested, get in touch with me. Push it out to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of your social media platforms.
and just process it. Yeah. WEF.
Yeah, okay.
What can we do?
The thing is, if the hashtag is too long, people won't use it. That's why we could do two hashtags. Okay, so the suggestion is that we have two hashtags. One is making the impossible possible. The other is WEF New Mexico.
Great. I did something like that. I did it on Facebook, like Miss Jackson did. And I sent it out, but I didn't put the hashtag, so I'll resend out again with hashtags, but with the logo and the jazz. And I put India, New Mexico, and Grenada, so that people get excited about knowing that there's a chain of these going on as well. So it's not just isolated just to New Mexico.
And I have to commend Ms. Jackson. She's not on the call, but she approached us. She's a war veteran, suffers from PTSD. And we've now actually created a category for veterans. And this is the other reason why you are here. We would potentially love you to be a speaker as well, or participate in any way you want. And she's going to have a breakout session. She's one of our sponsors. So she kind of opened us up to this possibility to sell table spaces and give people, and she's already filled up all of her, she's been promoting, advertising through Facebook. Yeah. No, not Veterans for Peace. No. But I've introduced her to them, so she'll be coordinating all of our veterans.
When I put out a Facebook post call to action, I did get some response, and I put it public and tagged people in it. And so I actually got response from some of their friends, people I didn't even know, which is a good way to really get, and spread the word. Someone from Santa Fe, they would like to facilitate community singing for team building and communication. And they do this at conferences and retreats as icebreakers and energizers. So some people contacted me via a friend of a friend on Facebook, and it could just be something fun as an icebreaker or to start the conference, or maybe break things up in the middle.
If you tell her to email me, I'll suggest places in the program where I think that would fit.
Great.
Yeah, we've got some sessions that I think that would be a good fit. I think we basically covered the things that I wanted to cover. However, you guys need to get out there and sell. Please bring in at least 4 sponsors each for us to reach our target.
Who do we have so far?
I will email the list. I'll email the list. There's a group of financial planners who have decided to come and do a workshop on financial literacy for women. So one of them has got a package for women who want to retire. One has a package for social security issues. So I'll email it to you. I can't remember off the top of my head. But that's another way of approaching people who have services that are targeted to women to get them to come. So think creatively. Who do you know in business, consultants, who can add value to their businesses by engaging with our audience?
Also, if you are on Facebook and feel comfortable going live on your page, it's a really great way to get a lot of reach. I'll have live videos that will get, 300 views, and only maybe 2 people were on when I was live, but the reach that you can get is pretty massive. So if you wanted to announce something about this call to action in the live video on Facebook, it really does get large reach, and could be another way to help this stuff go viral.
And speaking of video, thank you for bringing that up. Cynthia is managing the social media side of things for us. We created a Google Plus account, and she recommended that I interview all of you guys, every speaker, no more than 30 seconds. Who you are, where you're from, why you are attending the conference, and I will be scheduling all of you. And we will post those videos on Google Plus, on YouTube, push it out through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So be prepared to be getting a request from me to do a short interview. I'm going to do your interviews today before we leave. So it's just going to be on my phone. You say who you are, what's exciting you about this conference, why you're engaged, and what you want to get out of it. And remember that the messaging is, this is a global conference. There are women coming from all over the world. And that's the exciting part. It's giving us an opportunity to have our voices be heard, our issues be aired, things that other people in the world will never get to know about New Mexico. So get excited when I interview you, please. Because the energy that we put into how we communicate this is what will sell it. Does that make sense?
And I just want to encourage everyone to sign up yourselves if you haven't yet already as a speaker. But when people just say, hi, how's your day? Or what have you been up to? Or what's new? Right away, I'm like, I tell them kind of like what I'm doing generally with my business. And then I tell them, and I'm on this great advisory council, part of this Women Economic Forum. And I'm going to be a speaker. And it has these opportunities to be able to speaking on such platforms. And I tell them, you know, that there's so many, I go through the examples of different topics, and as in the last, I've already had 3 different people already go online and register to be speakers. So it's really easy just by talking to people in your normal day, and don't ever think that someone might not want to be a part of it in some way or somehow. The one thing is, Gertrude, if you'll send us again I wanted to raise this point, send us the link to the event page, because I have people who want to donate possibly, and they don't, I couldn't find the link to your event page. And since it's not, or if India can at least put a link that will send it from,
it is on the page. They have put a link. They put a link,
because I didn't see it last night.
Everything on the section where people are booking their hotels. There is a link there, but I'll email everybody. Now, speaking about that, we need people from out of state to book with a Hyatt Regency hotel. We are getting a rebate. If we book 200 rooms, we get $3,000. It goes towards our expenses. And the important thing is, people can get cheaper accommodation, yes, in Albuquerque. However, Mesa del Sol is far. It'll cost them a good $60 a day to get out there and back. So we have a free shuttle taking people from the hotel to the venue and back. It is going to be cheaper than booking in a cheap hotel. So please, if you have friends who are from out of state, explain this to them, that we have negotiated a good deal with a very good hotel, and you're picking them up and taking them back. They need to be aware that this venue is not easily accessible. It's not in downtown Albuquerque. And we've also chosen that hotel so that at night they can walk to restaurants and hotels. Albuquerque is not a friendly city when it comes to public transport. So if you have out-of-state friends, you need to communicate that. You don't want to say that.
No, that's fine.
Mesa del Sol, yeah, is near Albuquerque Studios. If you click on those links, it will show you. So I am aware that it is 13. I don't know if you ladies have anything else, but I think we're done.
I'm part of a panel for young women, YWCA. They have women of color who have led the community and trailblazers, basically. It's a good place for you to be.
So when do
art space?
Can you? Yeah, email information. So if there's anything else, please email me. I know that people who couldn't attend the meeting will probably have questions. As usual, bombard me with questions. I'll get some answers through to you.
Oh, I do have something. Oops, I just remembered. Is there anyone out there, I have not heard back from anyone, but that might be on the video, watch the video later, or anyone in person that might have someone that can assist with legal advice for the mentorship program, for the paperwork that I'm bringing forth? Or are we going to ditch the mentorship program?
We're not going to give it too much focus. There's just way too many things to do right now.
Okay, I just wanted to know so either I could proceed with the paperwork.
I think we park it until next year. This year,
Okay,
we want to get through this
perfect.
conference. That's going to add another layer, another amount of work. And yeah, so we will talk about it at the conference. We'll make people aware that it's one of our goals, that we want to create a mentorship program for young women to connect with women who can mentor them. But for this event, it'll be too much work.
Okay, I just wanted to verify because we talked about it about 3 weeks ago, but we hadn't gone anywhere with it, so I wanted to just verify.
And I have good news. I met with the Justice and Peace and Justice Office yesterday, and they are going to be our fiscal sponsors for this event and for this year. So any money over $100, we can get a tax certificate, tax exemption certificate. And so that's good news because it's going to take us a year to register as a nonprofit. So thank you for coordinating and organizing that.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's good stuff. And that's another good way of getting sponsors. When people know they can get something back for their taxes. Especially the big companies. All right, ladies, we will let you go. Jessica, thank you for talking and driving. Be safe, come back safely.
Will do.
Ginger, good to have you on the call. We'll hopefully see you next week as well.
Hey, Jessica, I want you,
Have a lovely day, ladies and gentlemen.
well, I wanted to teach them a little about bulls.
She's saying something?
She says she wants you to teach her a little bit about bulls.
Hey, girlfriend, I should have just had you driving with me today. We could have both been on this call.
You know what?
Anytime. Bulls, cows, heifers. We can do it. Steers. We do a little bit of everything, right?
Yes.
Drive.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely day.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
But somewhat related to Skype. The technology for that.
It's actually better than Skype because the video quality is very stable. Skype normally
So it
topples
is
over.
Skype.
No, this is called Zoom.